Hello everyone, I'm Joanne and welcome to my craft room. I am an affiliate for scrapbook.com, GINA K Designs, Amazon, and Spellbinders. There are links below that you click on when you place an order, and I do receive a small commission. That, of course, is at no cost to you. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Today we're going to make this beautiful card inspired by Jennifer McGuire. I couldn't help but do this design. She calls it a bridge card. Look at this. Is that not too cool? And then put it on a card base just like that. And isn't that just so much fun? You, of course, really don't have to mount it to a card base, but I think that's a great idea to have something inside to write on. You can also just write on the back of it if you wanted to. But this does give it that nice easel look when, you know, to stand up. So I really do like that. I also like when it stands up, it's like got three right here. I think that's pretty cool also. But isn't that nice? A bridge. So we're actually going to use two card bases, and I'm using the Hello Blooms stencil. I love this stencil. It is, I mean, you can use it with any kind of colors, and I've used pinks and blues and greens and just had a really good time with it. I also use the Tiny Dots embossing folder. This is from Spellbinders also, Tiny Dots embossing folders. I love their embossing folders because they're big. So they're just not small. You know, so you could put anything in here to emboss, even if you were doing like a scrapbook page. So I really like that they are a larger size. This one happens to be a 3D embossing folder. So we're going to go ahead and do some embossing with that. In fact, let's just move this aside. Look at my envelope. And then that come out pretty with my flower on it. And then inside I did the same thing. It's just, I just had a lot of fun stenciling. So let's go ahead and let me put this card to the side. And let's see, what should we do first? Let's go ahead and do some embossing. So I'm going to bring in my Platinum 6 here. And it has all of the directions on the plate. And I want a 3D emboss right here. So I'm going to use Platform A, my 3D embossing folder with the paper inside. And then Platform D. Easy peasy, right? So here we go. Let me get that ready. I already have my paper cut. At least I think I did. Yeah, I did right here. Okay. So this piece for the inside of the card is 5.5 by 4, and it will be 4 1/8. I don't remember if I cut this one down yet. It had to be a little bit smaller than 4 1/4. Let me show you why. Because you want it to lay flat here. You don't see it, okay, to the edges, but when you fold all of this in, there's bulk. So when it's at the 4 1/4, it's kind of bowing up in there. I'm going to show that to you. And then I just trimmed it back to 4 1/8. So it worked out really, really well. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, my picture right here shows my embossing folder with the open end toward this way, toward the machine. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. It seems to roll through quite easily that way, and I like it to roll really smooth. So I just kind of line it up with my dots, just trying to get them to where they're not cockeyed, you know. Okay, just like that. And then plate D. And you know, honest, you don't even think you're doing something. That's how smooth. Until you get to that end where it's hinged, and then it pops a little bit. So let's see, this came out nice. Very nice, right? Just something a little subtle. Now my two little pieces here are 5.5 by 4, wait a minute, by 1 1/4. 5.5 by 1 1/4 are these two pieces. I think if I remembered to put the measurements on the front of this video as I'm making it. I'm thinking that's what I need to do for you guys, because there's scoring involved, you know. Okay, so again, I'm just trying to get myself a little even there. Put that open end toward my machine, only because it says that. I don't know if it's right or wrong that way, I'm just doing what it looks like on the plate, right? There we go. Let's see. How did we do? Beautiful. You can always use dots, right? You can always, always, always use polka dots anywhere. Okay, let me move this aside. And now I'm going to bring my cutter in. And I'm going to make sure that this is 4 1/8. 4 1/8. I think I just need a sliver off of it. There we go. And I mean just a small sliver, but I'll tell you that right there will make your card buckle, you know, just a little bit. The other ones I'm going to leave as they are. Good. Now I'm going to bring in, I want to score, okay? So what we have is, this is the base, and I use Nina White cardstock. It's 10 3/4 by 5 1/2. 10 3/4 by 5 1/2. Like I said, I'm going to put these measurements at the front of the video for you. I want to score on each end at 1 1/4, 2 1/4, and 3 1/4. Okay, so let's do that. 1 1/4. We're going to score right here. 2 1/4. And 3 1/4. Then I'm just going to flip it, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 1/4. Okay, let me see if I have my. Yes, I do. And then I did my other card base. This is 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. So it's half a sheet of cardstock, just the other way, the long way. Okay, the portrait style. Portrait style is this way, then landscape is that way when we open it like that. Okay, so 2 bases. Okay, so this one is 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. This one that we just did is 10 3/4 by 5 1/2 scored at 1 1/4, 2 1/4, and 3 1/4 on each end. Okay, let's move this to the side. And let's go ahead and do some folding. Now, this is the inside of the card, and of course this beautiful piece that we made is going to fit right in there. But first we're going to go ahead and just do like a zigzag fold, in, out. Wait a minute. Hold on, this has to go, I have to see this, in. Okay, in, out, in. Okay. It's almost difficult for you to think that because you really want, and I thought, I really wanted this to fold to the outside. No, you want to fold it to the inside. So let's do the other side, okay? You're going to fold in, out, in. See, this actually right here is what makes your bridge, okay? So, but I'm telling you, it was really easy to think the other way, isn't it? Let me go ahead and take my bone folder and reinforce all of this that I folded. So it's in, out, in, just like that. Then the other side, in, out, and in. That really came perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and, wow, with that bone folder, wow, that really makes it stand up really, really nice, right? So let's go ahead and put this piece in now. And make sure that it's not impinging. It is a little bit, I believe they're all like a little bit long on the top, but that's okay. We're going to trim that back. No big deal. We're going to go ahead and glue this in. You want to go ahead and whatever you're going to do in here and the inside of the card, you want to get that done first. Okay? Because, you know, when you put your bridge on there, that's going to make it to where you can't get to the inside of this. So, you know, like if you're doing a scene or putting embellishments or anything like that, you'll want to go ahead and complete the inside. I have a clog. I've been crafting today. It's raining outside. It's the 3rd of January when I'm making this video. And so then my grandson wanted lunch, and he wanted something from McDonald's. Well, I go to McDonald's, and I have to place the order before they understand what he wants. It's very easy. It was a double cheeseburger with plain, add Big Mac sauce. It was not a difficult order. Okay, so needless to say, I had to go ahead. Oh, that looks good. I had to go ahead and order it 3 times, and then they parked me, and I sat there for 20 minutes, and I thought, well, I think they've forgotten about me, and they did. So then I went inside, and then they finally made the order, and I'm just glad that it came out right, you know. Well, I don't know. I gave it to my grandson, and I told him, I said, I'm just telling you right now, it's a potluck, buddy. This, I don't know what's in here. I know there's fries, but I have no idea what happened. They were very, very, very busy. And it is, you know, a holiday weekend, so we do have a lot of people here. You know, I live in the Appalachian Mountains. See, that piece fits perfect on there. This piece is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2, okay? And I called this the outside panels. That's what I called this. That fits perfectly. Okay? So anyway, I live in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's 4th of July weekend, so a lot of people are out here hiking and biking, and there's a lot of trails, and there's festivals, and just a lot of fun stuff to do. I myself prefer to stay out of the crowd in my craft room and the backyard, and just enjoy home. Not big on big crowds. Okay. Thank God for liquid glue, right? So there we go. Now we have our base completed, right? We have a little bit of white showing here that I kind of didn't want to show. I think it'll be okay because my stem is going to cover it. Okay, now let's go ahead, while we can, let's go ahead right now, because it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and put this on the inside, on the card base, okay? So again, this was 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2, and then when, you know, you don't have to. You can do your stenciling, put your bridge on here of whatever, you know, it has to be a large stencil or a large die cut that you're going to do, and it has to connect to both sides. That's why I picked this one, because it was absolutely perfect for this type of card. But you can also just write on the back of it right here if you didn't want to attach the card base. But I thought it was a pretty cool idea what she did, so I like to watch her videos. I think a lot of people, of course, we all like to watch Jennifer McGuire videos, and this right here was something that I thought that I could duplicate. And I think we're doing a pretty decent job at it here, really. So here we go. We're just going to put that on the card base. Nice. Just like that. And now we have this already standing up. Isn't that wonderful? That is so great. And it's still an A2 size card, so it fits in the envelope great, right? Okay, now let's put that aside. And now let me bring in a piece of, this is just a piece of Nina white cardstock, and it's 6 by 6. And I love my black mat. I have been using this all day. This is sticky. It's a sticky mat. Okay. If it loses its sticky, you just wash it with soap and water and it gets re-sticky. Or what, re-stickied, I guess you call, I don't know. It gets sticky again. So, and I've done that, and it does do what it says. Now we're going to go ahead and line these stencils up. Now these stencils have little etched numbers in them. I got to find them. Here they are. There's the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you see the numbers, they're in here, okay? But when you see them, you know what side is right and wrong, okay? So I'm just going to place my stencil here. And what is fantastic about this mat is that it holds down your stencil too. It holds your paper, it holds your stencil. Now, I'm over here and I'm on the paper, okay? I am going to lift this up just a little bit, but I want enough room to be able to die cut perfectly here. And these little holes right here, they're registers. So like if you wanted to put dots in them and then line, your next piece up to the dots, that's supposed to help you also to line them up. I'm okay with what we're doing here. I'm just going to take a piece of low-tack tape though, and I am going to reinforce my top and side right here that's not totally on my mat, okay, just like that, that's all. So now I want to go ahead, and I'm using just a bunch of ink. Use any colors that you like, of course. I have Slumber from Pinkfresh Studio. Also, what I like about this, once I put that on there, when I go ahead and do that, it does not move. Is that what I'm using? Yes, Slumber. Okay, so I'm going to go off right there on the glass mat. And just try to remember, sometimes I forget, to tap it off and then bring my color in from the sides of my stencil. I'll tell you, ink blending is, there's a learning curve to it. That looks pretty enough to me. And we're really not ink blending today, but you've seen me ink blend. Sometimes I get blotchy. There is a definite learning curve. Now these stencils here are set up where you could use a couple of colors as we progress through the stencils. I'll show you, but this first one is I do in a lighter color because I want my next one to be dark. These are my new Pinkfresh Studio brushes. This is the 1/2 inch, and then I have the 1/4 inch, and let me tell you, for this project I've used them all. So I really love them. They seem to be wonderful with this ink, of course. Look at that, so pretty, right? Okay, so that was, and we're going to use this again, Slumber, because we have to do the inside of the card, we've got to do the envelope. It doesn't take long. But just, yeah, grab something to drink while I stencil, you know, or, yeah. Grab a snack. Okay, now we're going to go to number 2. And I'm going to go ahead, and when I line this up, see this big flower? Watch the little petals right here. Okay? So you want to kind of line it up to where the petals of the big flower is behind your stencil, and then you've got it, okay? Now once again, because I'm on the sticky mat here, but over here I'm really not, so, you know, I'm securing that. I've got my Sapphire now, which is a dark color, another beautiful Pinkfresh Studio brush, and really, I should have, I've already got the ink on that. Look how bright and I love that. So pretty. But really, I should have used a little one for this. And that is the reason why I bought the teeny tiny brushes, was to use them for this, you know, little things like this. And then I started and I totally forgot to switch. But I do here coming up. Now this time with this ink, I am not tapping off at all. I want this to be as dark and vibrant as I can get it. Now here's where we use the darker blue, and we're going to use some pink for those flowers too. Okay. See right here, I see my flower just a little bit, and I kind of don't want to. Okay. Don't move it around too much. If that's where we are, then that's where we are. Okay. Because everything has to line up, you know, your die cut, your stencils, everything has to line up. We're good. And come here. So you've seen on my videos I've gotten into wax seals. And the other day, I don't have it in the craft room, I wish I did. The other day I made like, I don't know, 30 of them or something. I went nuts because I'm going to take them over to the shop and give them out with my, I'm going to do these little flowers right here in, let's do light carnation. And so yeah, I'm really excited about that. So see that now this part of the stencil number 2, you can do your 2 colors. Your little flowers here, the blue and the pink. Ooh, I forgot to tap off, didn't I? It does help with just not getting any, you know, a blob. Kind of like that, got a little heavy in there, but it's okay. Honest, with stenciling is very forgiving. If you're, you know, if you haven't been doing something like this and you're looking for something that is just forgiving, easy to do. And you know what happened here? It got a little purple. I dipped into my side over here that has my my blue in it. It doesn't matter, really. We're just making pretty flowers. I'm gonna stay in my pink area over there. Well, and I might have picked up some of the blue that's over there too, right? It's all good, I promise. When I remove this, you're gonna be like, oh, we started with a blank piece of paper. I love when we start with a blank piece of paper. Make that one a little bit darker to get that kind of, tone that purple down, right? All right. Can always make lemonade out of lemons. I like that. Okay, so that's good for number 2. Let's see. Let's bring that there. I try to keep my brushes and everything together, but you know how things go sometimes. Look how pretty. Ah, from a piece of paper that was white. All right, now we're going to bring this over here, and I'm going to line up number 3. Now, what I found out with this one, watch your centers. See, you have centers to the flowers, and you're good to go. When your centers are good, you're good, okay? It is easy peasy to line up around the sides there. We're good. Just attach the side and the bottom because I'm on paper. And it's barely holding it. First I'm going to start with, well, let me do my medium carnation here. Let me do that. And I did that with my little brush, my 1/4 inch. So watch how concentrated this is. I love this. Now on the other card, there's a little dot that you can do on each of these and make it dark, and I did that with the green. I might on this one leave that off. I really liked the darker pink centers. So, you know, it's all up to you. And as you see, I'm not tapping off at all. I want heavy color on the middles. Just like that. And let's see, this right here I want in yellow. So see, we're using one part of the stencil but many colors. So I've got pink going on, a little yellow, we're going to get some green. So right here I want yellow, just because I can. Very pretty. Okay, now let's go to, I think we're going to go back to this yellow again, but let's go to light spruce. Light spruce right here. And I believe this is clean. Yeah, okay. You know what? Let me wipe this off over here because I've got pink and blue and everybody going on. Just take my towel there, okay. Now some light spruce, and we're connected really well. I like that. And let's just go for it. I just love that these stay still. Now, you know, and then if you don't know what you have, you can always put it right next to it, you know, line them up. I really like that I got this mat. You know, sometimes you make purchases and you're like, oh, okay. And, you know, I've had a lot of things like that before, but I really do like this mat. Just going to swirl each and every one with this beautiful Gina K light spruce. This came in a trio. The light spruce and the carnation for her ink came in a trio. And so did that Pinkfresh Studio, which really helps me with graduating color. Oops, I forgot to tap off. See, it's not going to matter though, I promise. So I like to buy my inks like that, if I can. I'll tell you what ink though I really want, because I love the paper, is Sea Glass from Gina K. That is like a new favorite, definitely favorite paper of mine. I love her paper. But the sea glass is, you know how when you get something you're like, oh yeah, I can use that for the rest of my life. And that is something I think I can. So I'm going to just come back through these guys right here, get them the color that you want. Whoop! Might have pushed too hard on that. Bring them in and get the color the way you want it, and you know. And you see, I'm tapping off sometimes, I'm not tapping off, I'm all over the place. But I promise you it's going to look pretty. Okay, ready? Look at that. Oh. You would never think when I have this mess on top of there that we're going to get that. And I know it because I feel the same way. I feel like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? You know, how is this going to come? And now I need my dark, here it is, dark spruce. And now I have a little brush. Because my dark spruce, see all these lines? So let's go ahead and line these up. Now see, I really like these pink middles. I did the middle here with the darker green. We'll stop, I'll lift it up, we'll look at it, okay? I am going to do... Okay, let's line everything up here. I do want to do the center of, oh, this is lining up really well. Okay, I'm looking here at the bottom of my flowers right here because I want to connect there. I'm looking here with my dots. I love this placement is fine with me. I do believe. And I'm looking also the big flower in the center, okay? At these points, that flower is supposed to be covered. I like what I see. I think I'm good. Okay, again, I'm sticking down my stencil on my mat. Dark spruce. Okay, so let's just, and I'm not going to tap off. I'm just bringing some really concentrated dark color, and it's almost like a bluish green. And it's going to actually come up through that lighter. And I know you're looking going, eee! I promise it'll look good. I am going to do these little dots on the, actually I want to do those in blue. Here is my sapphire. I just decided I want to do these in blue. I think I did the other one in green, but when I saw that I was like, wait, blue would look great. Okay, there's that. And we'll continue back with our spruce. So like I said, full color. And I'm really almost just like painting. I hope that didn't lift up too much under there. Did I make too much of a boo-boo? Maybe not. I don't think so. Okay, let's hope. Gotta remember, when you have those little points, Gina K always says, stencil down. You know, like watch when you swirl, you could get up under them. This one you don't have to worry about. But like here you do. All little tips and tricks I've learned from all of these wonderful, wonderful people, crafters, that love sharing everything. And I really appreciate it. Oh, this is going to look gorgeous. Okay, over here on that one. I love these 1/4 inch brushes. I am really getting deep ink into that area. This is another one that can lift up, so I'm going to work from the top down. I just realized that. You know, you want to work down to the point. You don't want to push the point up of the stencil. Let me just give everybody a good zhuzh here. Okay, let's see what we get. Now remember, I didn't do my dots on my flowers this time. Oh, they're adorable. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Is gorgeous. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm looking. No. Well, I don't know. Should I do the dots? I'm going to leave this one without the dots on here. These three. I'm just going to leave those pink. It's a decision. Okay. Now, this we will die cut in just a moment. So let's see. What else I have back here? Okay. This is the inside of the card. The blue is 5 by 3 3/4. GINA Basic White 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I just want to take, this is so great about the stenciling. I just want to take this right here. We're not going to use any green. Okay. I just want to take that right there and get my slumber and my brush. Oh, you might hear it raining. It's pouring. And now with this, I am going to tap off. And I'm just going to stencil around with this little guy right here. We're going to make the inside of the card. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to bring the center in. And again, I'm just going to make sure that my little petals are covered. That's all. With my little, see where that flower is, where the stencil is. See, it is perfect to cover that. And now you'll know that that's in the center. Okay. And like I'm sticking that down, we're good to go. I'm going to take the sapphire now. To the center. Good. I love it. Now let's leave that. And let's do a little yellow here for the center. The center of the center. Right here. Ooh, it's pouring. You hear it? What a great day to craft. It's always a good day to craft. I'm always like, well, it's hot, it's a good day to craft. It's snowing, it's a good day to craft. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our little circles right here, the little dots. And I'm going to do that in my darker blue. I believe that's that one. And that fast, we have a pretty center to our flower. I mean, a pretty center to the flower, but a pretty center to the card also. So right here, let's glue this together. And let's go ahead and complete this part of the card. We have to stencil our envelope. Isn't that adorable? I love that. Okay, a little bit more glue. Let me get my card. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. I got to get the inside of the card. I'll just flip it up. Just like that. And put this on the inside of that card base that we glued to the back. So now we have the inside and the outside completed. Wonderful. You know what I don't have over here is an envelope. Hang on. Let me get one. You gotta do it. We've got to do it. Let's go ahead and stencil. And I'll get my light blue. We'll do the back and the front of this at the same time. There, let's do that. Let's just flip it. See, it doesn't take 2 minutes to do it, right? But when somebody receives this, or if you're selling these at craft fairs, it's always nice to have a nice envelope completed. Matching. You know, so that the card is really a set. Okay, let's bring this over and line up my little roundness there. And here we go. Ooh, it's thundering now. You hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. I've got the window open. I love the summer. I love warm weather. So that's why I have the, oh, look how pretty. That's why I have the windows open. I love a good rainstorm. I'm going to put this right here. Good. I love to enjoy the warm weather because it's when I feel the best. It's when the arthritis doesn't ache me the most. So it is my time of the year right now. Right there. Nice. Okay, now are we done with the blues? Okay, that's Sapphire. That is a Slumber. And then I had Blue Jay, was in that collection. Okay. All right, now let's get our little yellow. Oh no, we're not done with the blue. Look at me, put things away. Little yellow here. Flip it. Right here. Okay, and then we're going to bring this. Oh, look how pretty that is. Sapphire. Good. You know, the more you do it, the faster you get. You just get, and even that looks great even without the dots, I think. Cute. And there is our envelope to go with our beautiful card. All right, now, let me put this away. Let me close my ink. And this. Now, I've already cut out the hello. The hello was part of this set. It comes with the die. So the dies come with this die to cut out our flower. We're going to do that in a second. And then it comes with the hello right here. And the shadow with the word. Okay. Right there. So I cut this out of dark blue, like a navy cardstock. And what I did though was I put some adhesive sheet on the back of it, not to go ahead and put the glue, you know, just dab some liquid glue. You could use liquid glue. This time I just used adhesive sheet. I just peel it off. You put the adhesive sheet on the back of the paper and then die cut, and it makes a sticker. Of course, everything's linked below for you. And then the O. And I really appreciate you guys clicking those links and placing orders because you keep me retired and home. I appreciate that. That is my main goal. I really don't ever want to go back into the workforce. So when you guys order from me, it really, it means a lot. Okay, so there's that. Good. Boy, I've got a bunch of brushes to clean, don't I? And let's get our die cutting machine in. So we'll need the Platinum 6. And for this I need the A, the B. I use a magic mat instead of a clear plate. And then a clear plate on top. I love a magic mat. I've heard people love them, and I've heard people not love them. I know that this one that I have was like a newer version, so I don't know if, you know, I've never had one before. The two that I have, I absolutely love, and can't ever think about not crafting without one. Let me just scooch that over. that looks so great. Now see, with the Magic Mat, there's no warping, so no tape. I'm good to go. One time through. And let's see how we do here. Of course it's going to be beautiful. Let's just pop it out. It's so perfect. And just pop out the little paper that sticks in there. I'll do that off camera. Isn't that wonderful? All right, now let me show you how to do the bridge. This is the big part. And this is why that you need a large stencil or die cut, whatever that you want to put. Because it has to connect on either side but not in the middle. That is the main thing right here, is for it to connect on either side but not, of course, in the middle, because then it would be glued down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just on the very tips of the outside, right here, I'm going to start putting that down, just like that, okay? That is plenty enough to hold it. And I'm going to fold it in. You want to collapse it, okay? And put your arrangement however that you'd like, however you want it. And let me get some weight on it. And then what we can do in just a second is, oh, I'm sorry, the Pinkfresh Studio ink came with 4 inks. GINA K comes with 3, which is fine. The blue collection came with a Stargazer, Sapphire, Blue Jay, and Slumber. And very pretty blues. And then the spruces come with dark, medium, and light in GINA K Spruce. And then the carnations that I use, dark, medium, and light carnation. So that's good. Okay, let's see what we have. Woo! Okay. So you have to keep it collapsed. Don't let it open and then glue. Okay, it has to stay down. All right, now let's see who is missing here. A little bit of glue. I think this one is. Yep. Just right here on the outside. Now see what I'm doing? Just go through and see who's missing just a little bit. Maybe over here. These 2 guys, yep, on the tips. So like, you know, try to glue it down initially first just to hold it, and then go back through and find where, you know, you need to attach everybody else. So this one, actually, we could get a good attachment out of that, right? So I'm just going to fold that back a little bit. Come right there and push. Good. Well, look at us. I think I've got it. Oh, one right here. Yeah, let me get a little bit more glue on the back here. There we go. Ooh, okay. There we go. Give it a second, okay. We're going to put our hello. And that, again, the hello, I just glued it down flat because I didn't want to put any more dimension on here that already, you know, we have enough. So I'm going to just put that up there, just like that, and come right across here with just a little bit of glue. And I believe we'll be okay here. Make sure there's none at the back there. Good. Whoop. Hang on. Okay. There's that. Now, let's put some little sparkles, jewels on here. And I put a lot. I just had fun because of the colors and everything. It just looks so pretty. Right here. And let's see. Put some on our flowers. Just sprinkle them. Just as long as you put an odd number. It could be 9, 7, 13. It doesn't matter. But it always looks better with an odd number. And like right in there. And then let's do one up here and here. And one right here at the base of that one. I'll put one up here too. I didn't on that one. Let me put one here. Okay. I like them to be the same. Right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, and 11. Right there. Good. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Right? Oh my goodness. Well, what a nice afternoon with you guys. So here is our beautiful bridge card that's on an easel, so that when the recipient gets it, there's the inside where you write your message. It's absolutely gorgeous, and that bridge is fantastic. You can do this, like I said, with any kind of a large stencil, die cut, whatever there. Here are both of the cards. They came out beautiful. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.